Hi, hello. Welcome to the Lunar Lounge series brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. Don't know why I'm feeling giddy. It's pretty late here. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliver the findings for the new moon in Aquarius. It's going to be in most places of the world the 29th of January. It would take about half a day, so it may hit you different depending on your time zone. So we're going to go ahead and lay the oops, sending energy here. Let's go ahead and do the descending energy. If you are new, welcome home. You belong. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. It's an honor, pleasure, and privilege to serve you. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages behind the veil. Again, my name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. When the moon is new in Aquarius, we are making intentions around the eternality of our soul, the part of us that makes us immortal, eternal, and that collects us as a cosmic or galactic civilization. It's the freeway exit to the aliens, I call it. We'll be deliberating the findings from the Thought Tarot by Aleister Crowley, illustrated by Lady Frida Harris, and we'll be imposing the guidance from the Thought Tarot. We'll be deliberating the findings from the Aleister Crowley Tarot, and we will be imposing the guidance from the Thought Tarot by Aleister Crowley. Okay, so we're on this path of a strict anything. It could be harsh, strict, cold truth coming out, especially with the Three of Swords here. If there is any kind of sentence, because there's an energy of something being found guilty or culminating, or excuse me, completing a rather difficult journey. It can be prickly, it can be precarious, it can be rather tedious, monotonous, not so much burdensome an ordeal, more like something that we didn't have to do that we finally got forced to do. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. We're dealing with this kind of Mark of Cain energy here. So the Nine of Swords, Five of Wands can be finding something or someone guilty of criminality, demonology. It's probably demonology here with the Justice card. The death plus the justice equals strict sentence, something that's rather severe. So, really, there are difficult collaborations. We might have been mixing our energy with people, places, and things maybe that we shouldn't have, or allowing other energies in brought in this kind of constriction or triangulation or prickly expansion of our prayers, of our aspirations. As we began to fill our cup, the places and spaces we inhabited, we went to, we couldn't cohabitate, we couldn't co create, we couldn't collaborate because there was an energy of an infraction, a rather damning one. And in fact, some of these individuals, if we were dealing with people, may have been damned. So we're learning about where things kind of got, excuse my language, but dammed up, held up, kind of bottlenecked because the energy of the entities and the ideologies were not really in alignment. Maybe they never were. There was some harshness around our place of power or our throne where we decided to post up or our role and position. Something just wasn't in alignment, Justice card. It wasn't going to respect the covenant on our life, how we had been divinely assigned, divinely chosen. There was too many cooks in the kitchen, Five of Wands. There might have been demons, there might have been criminals, Five of Wands, Justice card, demonology. There was something there where they were not just trespassers, Seven of Swords, they were guilty of sin. In fact, they were cursed. They were having to expedite karma, the opposite of dharma. That's the negative karma that brings with it, Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, a penalty. Often we would be, give me a moment. There's a strict sentence here, so definitely there's going to be a reckoning of some kind, and we're going to be put back in the places and spaces where we belong according to divine issue, divine virtue. Something's in the water here, and it's going to come out. So this is saying that we're commingling, we're mixing with entities, energies, maybe that we shouldn't. All I can really say for certain at this point in time is that in order for this alignment to really take place, take space, well, us, we are going to be according to our own path. Unfortunately, it's going to create issues. We have some pettiness here, and we have some energetic targeting. It can be being haunted, hunted. Really, this is the hunt of chosen ones that's going to end. And I feel like, okay, so what I'm getting is that those that have been hunting us, targeting us, energetically targeting us, are going to be dealt with pretty soon. Because there's some global secret coming out. It might not affect the surface of the world, the surface of the planet, but across the globe, the chosen children who have been held back or constricted because of energies, entities, ideologies, really, we were harboring criminals, whether we knew it or not. We might have had like a hater in our midst, or just some kind of defiant being, defiant energy, one that needed to be quarantined, one that needed to be dealt with, honestly, is the word. They were under free will, not divine will. They were under free will, not divine will. They were being defiant to the all that is, the all that was, the all that never ever will be. They were going against the cosmos, really. They were like, wow, the language is not getting any more pleasant. They're acting like a cancer cell, so they're going to be cut out like a. They're going to be surgically removed, and it's not getting any better. It's like on our side it's great, on the other side it's not. It's the second round here. So external to us, there's some foreboding. Okay, something is being stripped. Something is um, shalit. It's untouchable, and we are needing changes to happen. And unfortunately, it's going to bring some awakenings, harsh ones. It's going to bring rude awakenings, definitely. The truth is coming out. It's going to be. Somebody might have their Mars in Leo. I mean, in Libra or Leo. It's going to be hood when it happens. Shots fired in the street, bodies in the streets, blood in the streets. It's gonna be crunk. Somebody's gonna nuck and the other one's gonna buck and they're not gonna care. It's like that, because there's some need for change. Period. Point blank. And we're gonna sit pretty in our spot. Period. Point blank. We're not asking. Is what's up. And the truth coming out. Divine authority is ruling over this. So what it's going to do is it's going to bring a creative new beginning. Unfortunately, with it, it's going to be out with the old, in with the new, and the new was never new. The new was actually the old that was obscured. The new is actually the old that was stolen from. Those had a destiny swap, those had stolen the spot, those that were sitting on the throne nefariously, unnecessarily, non-righteously, inauthentically, fictitiously. So this thing about the Aquarian moon, the celestial seat, the galactic citizenry, what's happening is that there's a truth amongst the people. There's an open truth that's going to come out. There's the rule, regulation, and restrictions of the universe, the policy, procedure, and protocol of the cosmos. It's going to be common daily parlance. And that's what this seed is being planted. And so, that kind of seed change takes about 6 months. If the moon is new, the end of January, it'll be full by the end of July, June, July. And when I mean new, I mean the new moon Aquarius, there'll be an Aquarius full moon the end of July or the middle of August. Does that make sense? So it'll take until then for some of these seeds that are being planted over the next week to germinate, to take fruit, for us to see. But that's what's going on behind the scenes. We're not going to take it anymore. And listen, it's not us sitting there putting on our battle gear, screaming out our war cry, calling every cousin in the phone book to, go beat up this boy who made fun of us. That's not what's happening, but that is what's happening. We're not actively doing it. We're not sitting there saying, oh, my feelings are hurt. This boy made me cry. Go get him. But God saw something. Karma saw something. And they're not going to sit there. We can't withdraw the charges. The charges are going to be pressed. The prosecutor is going to prosecute, and we can't do anything about it. All we can do is submit a victim statement, an impact statement that says, like, listen, this happened. They were unawakened, unhealed. I'm going to remain unbothered, no sweat off my back. It just taught me how to be a little less naive, a little less trusting, a little more discerning. But still, the judge, called God, is going to be like, yeah, but they broke this law. They touched the covenant on your life. They messed with my chosen child. Throw the book at them. That's what this is. But it's not so much about what's happening to who it's happening to. It's about this secrecy, this hidden evil, this hidden mechanism of, lesser magic, the ability to steal permission or to con somebody into giving their power away. That's going to no longer be the thing. For ages and eons, there's been this little loophole in the system where you can get a person to buy into their own enslavement. You could get an individual, a being, an entity to buy into, to participate in their own illusion, delusion, confusion. You could have somebody perpetuate their own brokenness. That's kind of on the way out. That little system, that little structure is dying. That little cheat code doesn't work no more. You feel me? So that's what's going on. Because we're wanting clearance and we're wanting something to be over, this ordeal to be done. And there's been this, since the souls incarnated on Earth a couple times, there's been this wisdom that we've gained through turning within. And since we've had enough lifetimes where we've kind of gotten to the level, something's you can't take it away. Once you know, you know. We've secured this spot and we're willing to make changes by letting things go, letting things die, moving on, moving forward, leaving something behind. And that's not going to work for the hoes the souls, the bunk ass, crunk ass, mentirosos maricons, they're getting left behind. The ratas cucarachas, they can't come with us where we're going. They don't have the access credentials to go where we're going, which is anywhere but hell, anywhere but damnation, anywhere but lost in illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in fear, lost in regret, lost in remorse, lost in guilt, lost in shame. We're not going there. But for some reason, these people, these entities, these ideologies, these energies, they want to stay like that. They want to be like that. And so, okay, Holmes. All right, essay, you know, you do you. Move how you move. We just gonna move out your way, fool. That's what this is. I'm hearing that Tony Braxton song. I get so hot when I'm around you, baby. I touch the sky. You make my temperature rise. Yeah, what is that? Ooh, you make me high. Is that the name of that song? It's Tony Braxton. I'm hearing that. So yeah, we're securing some kind of spot, and what it's giving us is we're stratification. We're leaving a whole bunch of idiotas behind. They can't get they're not going to be able to catch up either. They're going to have a knowing pretty soon, maybe eventually, possibly, maybe, probably not. They're going to have this awareness, this knowing. But really, what they're dealing with is they're going to find the best way to make it of something where there's a severe loss. We're actually wedded in separation. Our association is now one of opposition. Okay, a confirmation because we've moved on, moved forward, leaving them behind. We've gotten to higher ground. They can't reach us at the vibration that we're going into. For whatever reason, their consciousness is not going to let them get to that high vibration so quickly. And they will try to return, but they need to come through, pull through, come harder at a higher vibration. This just rota, this will of fortuna, this la fortuna, it's flanked by two cavalieres, by two knights. And the thing about that is we're posting up somewhere on a spot. We are getting that enthronement. We're getting that enshrinement, that we're being in grace and ennoblement is what's happening to us. We're becoming a divine being. We're being exalted in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. And they're, you know, getting the righteousness of their own fruit, which is low down, dirty, scrummy kind of things. They were for some time or too long or whatever, or what have you, who cares? You know, they were in that musty, dusty, crusty, rusty kind of energy, kind of vibe. They were doing that rata cucaracha thing and they were justifying that. They weren't striving and jiving and shucking, trying to get up out of that. They were making too many excuses to be bunk, to be broken, to be stupid. And nothing wrong with that, you know, bless their heart. It was how they moved. It was how they got down, Six of Swords. It was literally how they wanted to die on the cross. But the thing about that is they were rushing, barreling down the road to be demonic. It's unfortunate. I really didn't want that for them. But they was all about that thug life, and that's what they got. And you know, thug life could be criminality, demonology. It doesn't have to be, you know, Bloods, Crips, whatever, what have you. It could be they wanted to be toxic. They wanted to be unawakened. They wanted to be unhealed. They wanted to be miserly, embittered. They wanted to be sinister, evil, wicked. They wanted to be malanquia, negrosa, you know, malevolent, malicious, malignant. They wanted to be on the down and down, not the up and up. Okay, Holmes, you're gonna get what you get. Because you did what you did. So you get what you get. Okay, so it's not our fault, not our problem. This is what they want, though. They want to access some of our spiritual power. They want to be up under our skirt, living up underneath our energy, riding our coattails. They want us to give them the divine assist when they could have went straight to the Lord to get it, but the Lord don't want to F with them no more because they're destined for purgatory. Okay? That's what the calling on their life has given them or what they've done with the spot, with the power that they were given. That's unfortunate, you know, but that's what it is. This is what I'm getting. I just, I get so high. You make my temperature rise. You make my temperature rise. So we need to see things from a different perspective, which means we need to have a pilgrimage, Eight of Cups, different perspective. Hey man, right now we have the perception of being indecisive or having a blockage to our road or not being able to go further because really the answer is no. We haven't accepted that for some of us. The answer is no. Some kind of answer. And it's related to a person, place, or thing, some type of connection, unity, community, partnership. The answer is no. Niet. Nein. Nunca. Nunca dinero, nunca no ciao. Nessuno. The answer is no. Noch. And we're like la di da yada yada, so on and so forth. Kumbaya, lullaby, bullshit. That's what we're like. Oh, but. Let me make an excuse and co-sign and be codependent with this vato here who's cabron, mierda. That's what I'm getting. Lost in the devil's house, really. Excuse me, but that's what's up. You get with God, fool. What's up? You got that miserly, embittered, depressed essay. You got to get up off of that. Because they're not having this pilgrimage. They're not getting to higher ground. They're not withdrawing, detaching, leaving something behind, putting down the stupid-ish, man, and moving on, fool. You got to get up off of that. Walk into the divine, yo. Like, you be about what you're about. Be a heavenly being, man. That's not what you do. It's all this, rinka-dinka sleeky, like, sideways sneaky, twitchy kind of. No, Vato, you gotta stop that. Like this is a clear movement forward into heaven, or you're gonna stay behind and be with the. It's not the demons, it's the ones that got left behind by the divine light, the ones that couldn't get on the spaceship because they were too scared of the lights and the aliens, man. When really when you see an alien, it's just your future self, your higher self, another dimensional aspect of yourself speaking to you. So if yourself in the future, in the life you could have never imagined yourself, comes to visit you in the present, does some kind of little space travel, time travel, and says, "Hey, yo, vato, like, listen, do this, do that, do this, do that," and you'll be on and popping, yo. And then you're like, "Oh, but I'm scared, man." Stay scared, stay stupid. That's fine. Be about that. All right. Okay. Have fun. Move how you move, fool. I'm gonna move out your way, man. That's what this is. To the heavenly beings, the benevolent, the exalted, the pure, bright, blissful beings, like the heaven, the ascended masters, the ancestors. They're like, okay, your drive, desires, passions, motivations, heart's ambitions, soul's desires. Be about that, man. We'll make the way. We'll clear the path. But someone's like, oh no, I got feelings. They say I want to sit here and be sad about it. I want to make excuses for myself. I want to be about nothing. So what you do is you cancel out your favor, you cancel out your fortune, you cancel out your divine grace. You could do that. It's not the path, it's not the thing to do, but you can do that. So we've been called, but not everybody enters the call. And it's not God's job to enter the calling. It's God's job to call the chosen. So you need to really be effervescent and enthusiastic about your path, your drive, your desire, your calling. And if you're not, somebody else is going to. A spiritual gift can go to anybody. That's what grace is, man. So a lot of us are staying behind in hell. Not us, not watching this video, but like a lot of these fools are like staying behind in hell, in purgatory. They're going to buckle under the weight of their karmic causes. They're not going to get on their knees and pray to God for forgiveness and salvation and redemption. They're not going to be reprobate, apologetic for their misways and misgivings. Like they're going to sit there and be like, okay, well, I messed up and God punished me, so I'm going to sit here and be hoodlum, I'm going to be reckless, diabolical, lawless. Fool. No. So this is about security and certitude, knowing that we've been prepared to go on this path here in the physical and to eventually receive spiritual or material abundance. And here's the thing: when a person's not in their right mind, when a person's not in their right energy, what they do with this is they become tribute. They volunteer as tribute. Let's hope it's not for the devil. But there's trickster energy here, man. Like, yo, I said, like, this is some shit, man. Excuse me. I just don't like. I'm tired. It's after my bedtime. Like I don't have my filter on, man. So this is what's up. Like a lot of us are left in a sunken place, pinned down in a jar somewhere. We're apathetic. The opposite of love is not hatred; it's apathy. And see, God can't go where love doesn't exist. That's the little secret. Most of us don't know this, but that's the truth. But the spaceship's about to leave. Our ride home is about to get off. Get in the car now, not later. There's no later. The last bus. And on departure. So, in order to get into the divine, in order to get into paradise, we have to make some sacrifices here. We need to leave some things behind. We need to let go. We need to let go, let God. Excuse me a moment. What am I telling you, young queen? Get up out of there. This is not a joke. I'm not playing with you. Sit down. Yeah, so there's gonna be like the revelation here, the rapture. I see it. So if we're on this path to a destined victory, a destined awakening, a destined initiation, what's going to happen is first things first, this indecision, this being of two minds, this blocked road is because we're not living in the heart. We're not acting out of our authentic self, our genuine self, our sincere self. There's a lot of delays, obstacles on the path. We have 3 nights here. What's this 3 nights about? And then another night. There's a lot of movement here, a lot of initiation as well. This is a returner energy. He's coming from the future into the past. because there was some loss, maybe depression, maybe remorse, regret, grieving, mourning, some bubble burst here. And really, because the wrong decision got made, there were too many cookies in the kitchen, and we were being kind of basic, kind of boring, kind of petty, kind of low vibrational. But we have the wheel of fortune, so there's a bigger, brighter, and better future here. We have the window of opportunity opening, but we should be desiring expansion, not sitting here trying to avoid some kind of bad narrative. There's divine protection here, and we still got 2 knights on the board with the chariot and the judgment card. So we have the angel and the archangel now. Yeah, so some of us are fallen, not watching this channel, but some of us here upon the earth are fallen. So they were in the process of becoming warlocks and witches, sorcerers and sorceresses. And then the path to salvation gets told to them. They're going to have to come back another incarnation, but they don't have to stay in that kind of damned energy. They can find salvation and redemption. But that means they need to give themselves over to the divine. And a lot of them are lost because they had forsaken the divine. And then the divine comes for them because God never removes his love. You remove yourself from God's love. So it's hard to give up free will when you've been thinking like, oh, I can cheat the system. I can skirt all the rules, take shortcuts, cut corners. And then later on down the line, you wish that you had done things the right way. You wish you had been about what you were about. Because humility requires investing in the self, doing the work, duties and obligations, and working through karma, standing one's ground, having something to stand for so you don't fall for anything. So there's some prayers here about strength, courage, and wisdom. God grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Archangel Sandalphon is here, who collects the prayers upon the earth and takes them, ascends them to the throne of the divine, also protects the innocent, usually the form of children, but people who should be on a divine path and are some wet way, unawakened, unhealed, whatever, what have you. But there's an innocence to them. Not everybody here is innocent. Some people need to be under Ariel, the lioness, God's beauty, the beauty of God, to realize that everything is for a reason and nothing on the earth is by accident. That something is coming, but it's coming to those who are doing their God duties obligations, Eight of Pentacles with the Hierophant. Those who have established some type of system, structure, foundation, means, mechanisms, methodologies, policies, procedures, and protocols, who are adhering to the book, going by the book, who are acting out of God's love. And they relate to that message too. Not everybody needed to know that or be told that or whatever. They figured it out eventually. They got the message. That's who this spaceship is coming for. Because we are around a lot of fallen, a lot of forbidden people who have fallen out of grace. So those in purgatory working off karmic debt, they're gonna be relieved soon. However, there's an energy here of living in free will. They're tyrannical, dictatorial. They want to prove their power. See, that's just the thing. Those who deserve power don't thirst after it. And some people are so weak, all they have is power. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Some people are so stupid, all they have is advanced degrees. If there's not love in your heart and a smile on your face, there's not authenticity, genuineness, and sincerity in your soul, in your spirit, it doesn't matter. You can gain the whole world and still have nobody to share it with. Sometimes you're surrounded by people and you've never been more lonely. And those who are thirsty, who are greedy, who are covetous, they always go hungry even if they have everything. Grant me a moment. See, we're the kind of being that was giving love even to the downtrodden, to the fallen, to those who had lost grace, to trespassers, even, to those who were miserly, evil, sinister, wicked, sideways, sneaky, seditious, trifling, treacherous, treasonous. So innocent people are not naive. They just believe everybody has a good heart. Naive people believe that everyone is good natured. This is the energy of we gave people their own rope and they hung themselves. They willfully hung themselves without even knowing that that's what they were doing. They thought they were harming us while they did it, or they enjoyed doing the dirty thing that they were doing that got them caught up. So this is weird because I thought it was like a humanity illuminating and enlightening itself, and really it talked about the plight of the fallen. Really, it talked about how the damned decided to curse and throw themselves into the depths of eternal damnation. That was a surprise. This is also some kind of love reading because I keep falling into timelines. But we have hidden enemies and open enemies here. And we're sitting here giving all this love. And that's actually the kind of person that we are. That's literally what we've staked our entire life on, is giving love to sinners. Excuse me, but that's literally what it is. And see, they take that as permission to do more harm to us. They think, oh, you're a chump, you're a fool. Oh, let me do this, let me do that. All right, Holmes, you do you. Sinners. plain as day, sinners, living in sin at least, trespassers and demons. Didn't we open up with some type of demonology, criminology? We have criminality here, and before we had demons, so same thing, really. So finally, Aquarius came out, but it means a dark future or pessimism. So these are people that can't sit there and pay off their debts, karmic or otherwise. They can't back themselves out of a hole. They can't turn around and go down the right path when they discover they're wrong. When enough evidence has been given to them to say, like, listen, this thought, this belief, this pillar you stood on, this platform you stake your life on, it's the wrong one. They can't admit fault. They can't take blame. They can't be wrong. So what they're going to do is curse themselves. They've dug a hole and now they're going to lay down in it and die. That they'd rather do that than anything else. What is this reading? Vainglorious, illusionary success, prideful. They need to recognize divinity. They see everybody else getting rewarded and they're like, well, why can't I? Why can't I? Because in order to get the things that chosen ones have, you need to do the things that chosen children do. First things first, they're obedient to the divine. Second things second, they have love in their heart, a smile on their face. They walk through this world with humility, dignity, and grace. What you doing? Righteousness, dumbfoolery, pridefulness, evil, sinister, wickedness. It's not the same. In order to compare, you got to compete. In order to compete, you got to compare. You're not doing no nothing. So once we make those adjustments, once we make those changes about not giving energy to people that are really not giving us divine energy back, and they're going to let us know. They're going to leave receipts behind. They'll be purged out, cleared out. We'll see them have divine retribution where they'll lose their car, they'll get in a physical accident and be laid up for a while. Their whole life will backfire in their face. That means that God took protection off them for a moment. They'll lose their job or they'll lose, and not in the weird way, because sometimes that's a divine way of reassignment, but like we'll know, like, oh, okay, that was God taking the protection off you for a moment to get your attention. There'll be peaks of the truth. Their mask will slip. So at the moment that no more witchcraft works, they'll be completely out of our energy. We'll have broken free in some kind of way, it says here. Because the place that they have us quarantined or pinned down or this convalescence needing to recover from the trauma of these connections, it's gonna be ending soon. And the cost of ending this is to leave these people behind. We need to break up with them because they can't offer us anything clean, pure. It's wasted. It's becoming sour. It's becoming toxic. It's toxicity. Seven of Cups is toxicity. It's the spiritual equivalent of something dying on the vine. The things we need to confront is letting the tables turn when we go down the path of our authentic energy and authentic self. I'm not going to pull an oracle for this reading. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. This was a message about us having given time, energy, effort, attention to places and spaces that we really didn't need to. We were feeding miserly, evil, sinister, wicked energy, basically sinners, trespassers. And what that did was perpetuate the karmic cycles that we were in, because until we leave them behind, if we stay in the building with them and co-signing their drama, God can't burn it down like the tower. Once we leave, the tower can fall, not while we're still in it. So a lot of these people, they've already fallen out of grace, but they're still under our protection since we're close to them or loving on them. And once we withdraw that favor, once we withdraw that covering, it's going to hit like crazy. And that's going to redeem them in some kind of way. It's going to be a rapture all the same, whether they choose to be redeemed or not. Because some of them are willfully choosing hell, but others of them are just refusing to awaken. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to serve. Just a quick prayer to all those still lost out there, to illusion, confusion, trapped in the matrix, lost to the seas of time, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine and unconditional oneness and universal oneness and unconditional love. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I pray that you return with your steps ordered, your path illuminated, finding salvation and redemption. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, Namaste, Dandava, and Ashe. Sayonara, Tasvidanya, Avidazane. Take good care. Bye-bye.